Uh-oh. Pirate Radio episode 61, the best podcast. You know I was going to exaggerate and say the world, but let's start off at Washington Heights, the best podcast in Washington Heights. I spoke to y'all about that shit, and I'm standing on it because that I know of, ain't no motherfucking podcast coming from the Heights giving it up like this. Oh, hell no. Every week is gonna be a fucking nigga. You could tell, like, once this starts making money, or if, because FBI gonna be quick, but shit, this gonna be making money every week. Then I'm gonna show you I'm gonna sell you a fucking cheap ass shirt, nigga. You better buy it. Hell yeah, cause I got material to the end of time, and that might be soon. Shit, it's weird when I say end of times. Like, people be like, "Oh my god, these Bible heads," and it's like, yeah, you know what? You're right, because these Bible heads be on it. You're right. But it feels like somebody, like, if we could see who's behind the curtain of everything. I'm talking about the main owner of the world, who's probably Lucifer, right? But whoever that person is must be just pushing for a biblical scenario. Maybe you could push humanity. Well, this ain't gonna make no sense because it's not related to the Bible. But I was gonna say, like, it's like evil trying to push humanity to the point where who we call Jesus coming back, to see, like, sadistically, to see if it really gonna happen. Like, I don't know, because look how they got us. They got us to the point that if that baby comes out of your fucking pussy and I kill him, curtains for me. But now you can have the mother kill him up to the day it came out. So curtains for her decision. Okay, I guess. And this is why, like, I learned my lesson with Chronicles of Judah. I used to listen to this shit and be like, get the fuck out of it. At first, and little by little, he was proving me wrong. And now all this right here, women, because you still have guys who will bang for, like, they know about politics. And when I say they know about politics, I mean, like, they obviously can point out that Biden is a bad president and they not, afraid to admit it, whatever. All across the board, when it comes to women, but that women, they the most precious everything, but don't put them on the pedestal over us just because they can have a kid. We are the seed. Don't, like, you see how we need that balance. Is a balance that we need, because when you go so far to the right or to the left about how a woman is way more important, and I say way more important because I just keeping it light. You will see guys who, just to get some pussy, I guess, they will be like, the woman is God. Yeah, man. But what? Y'all not into the Bible. Now you want to talk about. Now you want to throw the word God around. God of what? God of mischief so far. Look at what that mischievous, is that a word? I think that is. Mischievous lady did to get that dude going behind the counter. So that means he probably said some shit like, maybe not, but you can't trust many of these women, They'll be like, like the whole when a girl's mad at you, don't take her in the car because the cop pull you over. They'll be like, he got weed. Not that exaggerated. It had to be exaggerated so you can get the point, but not that. But shit, the Bible said a woman scorned, and I mean, a woman who's mad, she would do anything. Hence child support. Hence the foot on the neck on straight male. But we can't say that because, what you mean? And then, but on the low, not only are we raising the LGBT community, Phantom P, and that P you already know what it is for, they pushing P for real. Anyways, so while that's going on, they're also infiltrating the kids. And I don't care how crazy. I eventually y'all gonna get it to the point that you can't even now blame LGBT for that. But nah, I'ma die on that boat. I mean on that hill. Boat. I'ma die on that hill. Cause now y'all gonna move the goalposts and move the goalposts. To the point that you're gonna I know it sounds ridiculous now. It's like saying in those 40s or whatever, can you believe there's gonna be women making songs about how their pussy is good? And you be like, get the fuck out of here. There's no way in hell. Matter of fact, yo, give them, yeah, 1940s. They be like, man, give them bet 4 horses, bet 2 cows. Yo, that person would have ended up, if they would have had a time machine, he would have been fucked. It's unfathomable shit happening now that people would have never thought of. You know what I'm saying? So they move in the goalpost. And eventually, just like, women started going to the beaches in a full gown and shit, and, it would be wet. They'll look like fucking the hijabs and shit. And now, they're naked beaches, you know what I'm saying? A girl will go, you can tell, like, seeing a girl naked is, like, so normal now. I saw this girl on the beach, right? And she was hanging over, and she knew her fucking nipple was out. But you think she fucking give a fuck? Hell no. She wanted attention. I saw 2 chicks walking outside, daytime, Broadway, with fishnet, because they had small titties. They can get away with that. They had fucking bee stings up top. Yeah, they got fucking stung by bees and shit, and now they want to fucking rub ice on their nipples and put a fishnet. Both of them had it, so it was obviously planned. Imagine, you suck at you suck at being a detective. Wait a minute, they both had it on. Obviously, it's, it's not like they oh my God, you wearing the same shirt. Like, no, unless they fucking leave. But when I saw that, I was just like, you see, now what the kids are going to say. And now as a parent, what are you going to say? Oh yeah, because think about it. I'm not a parent, so I can't talk that much shit, right? But maybe these kids, when they get a phone or whatever, they do the same thing that I fucking did when I was a kid. What the fuck is pussy? You know what I'm saying? And now that shit is everywhere. Now they must be like so aware to that. It sucks saying it. It's awkward because like how young, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but it's just like you can't even have an Instagram page because there'll be unless you got to put the age on the settings. But yo, the last 2 people on your stories is always some fucking even more 7 they can get up to. That's all spam, and they all showing the fucking. They show this chick. I know y'all must have seen it. That she has the biggest areolas ever. She was like fucking 2 ham slices, yo, on her fucking tits. And it's multiple spam pages with the same. You can tell they be probably checking in my when I go to porn and shit. These bots is good. These bots is good. You know what I'm saying? But damn, imagine kids then. You know what I'm saying? That shit, they get bombarded with that. And at least in our age, back then, like you wasn't going to that fucking magazine spot every day like a fucking beso, nigga. You'd be like, damn, I got a chance to see some shit. So that, it didn't make us fucking sexually addicted to shit like that. You feel me? Even though you still get those, but with the internet, these kids growing up now, they can be addicted to that shit. Like, yo, you could tell I kinda had a normal life thanks to my parents, regardless of what, because I be hearing people like yeah, I seen this, I've been addicted to that. And I'm like, yo, like that shit like that was unfathomable to me. You know what I'm saying? And it happens to people. That's why you never know. Like you can't always judge people. Like that's one thing for sure. And all I do is judge. And I self-proclaim Philip Banks because some people need judging, but you can't just go and paint like, oh, look at this person. You never know what their fucking childhood was like. Like we can all hang around and still stay on that whole Joe Biden shit, Hunter Biden shit, but it's bigger than that. I just bring it out, to the forefront because y'all need to see it. It's like when you take a dog that took a shit in the carpet and you point his nose on the shit and be like, don't do that. That's what I had to do to y'all real quick. You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, you think I care? It's not about Hunter Biden. But I gotta show it to y'all faces. Put your nose down on the poo-poo and say, don't do it again. You know why? Because that's how they can get away with And I would have said, yo, you know what? It's just Hunter. You feel me? Like Nigga, we all have a family member. Now we all, but I do, that, maybe fucked with drugs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, family members that fucking even die from drugs. Like, so it's not about pointing out and but oh no. The thing is that y'all would have not had that sympathy for Trump's kids. And I know it, because y'all was aiming at everything. Y'all was reposting everything. Y'all didn't repost that beheading because y'all knew in y'all heart. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's a little spark of hope in y'all, because y'all knew in your heart that was overboard. But not to everybody. People posted that shit. People still posted. Not people that I know, because I would have been going ham on it. Because now if you post that, then don't ever talk to me. Don't ever complain to me about a murder. Because if you that fucking brainwashed that you really like you're seeking for like the president to be assassinated, then something is wrong with you. As I saw with a lot of people, listen. This haven't even touched haven't even scratched the surface on how this whole COVID, this whole presidency could gauge a person's IQ and intellect. Because the fact that, first of all, if you didn't invite me, I'm not saying this personally to people, but I'm talking about because there were people across the United States that were, bringing this up, how they were not getting invited to like the family gatherings and shit. And I'm like, nah, you see, like, I'm this type of person. I brace for the future. Sometimes. But in this case, right? Because I'm like, okay, I know if this conversation comes up, this is how I'm gonna go about it. I know how they're gonna go about it. I gotta fucking pre-plan for y'all, like a meal prep, because people cannot handle it, and it will ruin a function. It will ruin a family gathering. And you know when it's really awkward and like sad, when you know that person gonna want to speak about it because y'all may do it on social media, so they bring it up in real life and you shutting it down. You act that's el pendejo, like, oh dang, and you cut it short. And you give the clear signal that, yeah, nigga, we can argue about that like on social media, but not in a fucking family gathering, nigga. Like, what you gonna ruin it? You know what I'm saying? So I've seen it happen, and I'm not talking about like a family gathering. It could be like a friend, a party or some shit. But it's just that everybody's so split into politics, and obviously including me. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would have thought I'd been a fucking Republican? Who would have thought that shit? You would have told me this shit a long time ago. I would have been like, hell no, nigga. Now I got a mullet and a KKK hat, nigga. It's a Gucci one though. You know what I mean? Come on, man. I got my Gucci KKK hat, nigga. And my horse got it too. Find my horse. It's outside. Hey, imagine. Nah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you see, y'all pushed it so far, and y'all let these fucking white people, allegedly Jewish, who's signing all these checks to uproar. And at the end of the day, it's just an uproar for America. But you know why they almost won? They're gonna win. But you know why they almost won? Because they split everybody into like, yeah, and racism, and it's true. Racism splits us, but it's like they purposely put people who don't give a fuck about the two sides, and they just spew shit, and they just instantly trigger us. But it was a good trigger because we never faced this in our country. This was the 9/11 in our minds, and our souls, and our bodies, because the same president that told you, like, if you get this shot, you're not gonna get, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get this virus. Motherfucker got boosted. He got fucking boosted more than fucking essentially, I don't know, nigga. I was gonna make a joke, but that shit backfired. But this nigga got boosted more than a motherfucker, yo. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's ass backwards, man. And what people say is just like, no, COVID was not fake, but COVID was real. Or if you mention like, damn, that they pushed that vaccine on us, they will use a family member. Oh, matter of fact, did I even fucking pop it? I didn't have no champagne today. I should have. But the good old Heineken. You gotta hear this one. Damn, I didn't even fucking have a sip yet. That's what you know it's gonna be good. 14 minutes in, yo. Can you believe that's the record? That's a record. I don't know if y'all heard that, but they Okay, so where was I? But listen, man, like, there's other shit I gotta get to, you know what I'm saying? So, good thing, like, I catch myself, because I'll keep going and keep going. But all I'm saying is, like, we need these rough times to wake us up so we can tell our kids, and they could kind of hopefully tell their kids. By then, there's gonna be a fucking drill techno music, and then we're gonna lose them again, and then somebody gonna come out of nowhere with white hair and with blonde hair and say "Make America the 2000s again." We're gonna get offended. Make America 2025 again. And you be like, what do you mean in those times? You never know, nigga. It feels like a fucking rinse, repeat. And if that doesn't work, start again at B. You know what I'm saying? It's like, now I'm feel a little bit more cool about it, because imagine the people that were speaking how I was speaking, which everybody got triggered. I've been unfollowed and yada yada. But imagine speaking like that in the 90s and the 80s. You would have looked super crazy, because you would have had to wait till fucking 2016. 2015-ish to see it. Like, I didn't understand in the beginning how this was going to be one of the most important times in history, especially if that Joe Biden shit fails, that whole NWO shit fails, because it's not just him. He's obviously a puppet, but there's other influences that is basically taking over. So I think they give us the free choice, like, yo, do y'all want the good or y'all want the bad? If y'all want the good, y'all gotta kind of like comb through the bullshit. Trump was the bullshit. And I thought he was bullshit too. When they first told me that Trump was gonna run, I was like, what the fuck? Like, y'all niggas believe that shit? And then he was running, and I'm like, okay, you gonna win? You gonna believe that shit? It kept going. And then when I saw that the rise in that shit, I started looking into his speeches, and once again, like I'm saying in almost the last 3 episodes, but this nigga was speaking basically against, all he had to say is the Illuminati are gonna die, and that's it, and he could have just left. Because I was like, but this nigga going ham on that. He's going ham, and he's going in on people who already are American citizens. That's when I was like, whoa, this is a little new, because you know these politicians never speak on other people, let alone make fun of them, because they all was very political, like, you know, and that political shit, it topped, I'll tell you where it topped at. The greatest presidential speaker is Obama, nigga. But who else you think? I had an Obama skull. Yes, we know that talk was good. That shit was like, oh, let me see if I can find the music. When he will make speeches, keep it real, you will hear this song right here. But hold up, because you know the commercial's gonna come on. Hold on. Hold up. When Obama would go there and look left to right, when he lets you know he about to do the people's eyebrow, and he gonna start like The Rock. Barack says, know your role and shut your mouth. Barack, listen, and he will be like, you're mad. I gotta go back and look at the speeches, because I was fake woke. So I'll be like, hell yeah, Obama. And they'll be like, yo, so what you think of Obama's policies? I'll be like, cause he's black. You know, that's what I would have said. Let's keep it real, man. Let's keep it real. But thanks to Obama, though, he woke my ass up. That's for sure. I was buying every newspaper after that. I was like, this nigga ain't doing shit. But when he would go, and he would be like, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? And then he would start kicking his speech. Shit, this was the beat behind it, basically. Let me see, instrumental. Yeah, but the commercial's gonna come, so you already know. But people, this how it be. So you gotta catch these commercials. How about those fucking cancer commercials that they'll catch you right there in the 5 seconds? They'll be like, so is my daughter cute? So how the fuck my daughter got cancer? You'd be like, whoa! And it's like, come on, y'all. Like, listen, man, don't fucking hit me with a commercial Don't hit me with a commercial. By the time it's getting to me, that's how sad is in America. That you gotta tell us, the fucking taxpayer that's funding NASA, to help these kids out. What? You better keep telling these motherfucking actors to, instead of poisoning our minds and our kids' minds, to go hit these hospitals, motherfucker. Yeah, go hit these hospitals up. But no. Anyways, this is Obama when he speaks. This is the beat that y'all hear in the background, along with his fucking speech. Barack would like to say, with impunity. You can tell my voice acting is fucking awful. But y'all will hear that soothing ass music. Y'all go to sleep. Barack says, and it goes deeper, and then y'all knock out. Y'all fall asleep. Next thing you see, Obama waking up like he just fucked you in the ass. He starts putting his tie together and he walks out. Barack says, know your vote and shut your mouth. We all went to Jabroni Boulevard. Remember that? We all went to Jabroni Boulevard, man. He took me up. Shit. He gave me the rock bottom, nigga. One. He faced everybody. Every voter, he faced them at the booth. 1, 2, 3. Ding, 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 ding. And he's voted for Obama. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I would have done it too because I didn't know no better. But compare what? Him versus who? McCain? That fucking war. Another war in, Republicans. So I understand why, in a way. Now, I'm not going to say totally understand, but I kind of get in the way why these fucking liberals be like, oh, because they think about John McCain. John McCain fucked it up for the Republicans. If these people really care about racism, they would have fucking went with the hold up. So did black Americans really was in there in the help of making the Republican Party? Okay, so Democrats are racist, right? But they don't even see that like that. It's like a huge, massive spell. And listen, you could tell it is because they don't even fix it themselves. They tell the celebrities to do it. Like they send celebrities to do their dirty work. You know what I'm saying? They were even giving suggestions in radio or whatever. They'd be like, in media, they'd be like, we have to vote tyranny out. I'm like, you already told me who you voted for. You know what I'm saying? And look, flash forward. Remember they were saying, see, this is gonna be a Trump podcast, basically. Y'all get me pissed. I gotta be your master splinter. Do y'all remember Donald Trump in the first speeches? And you'd be like, no, Master Splinter, can you please tell us? That's how I'm gonna have to be breaking it down when I'm a fucking grandpa to y'all dumbasses, to y'all dumbass kids, and tell them what the fuck was going on. If you let somebody just look back, they're gonna think this is the worst era ever. They're gonna think Hitler because of Trump. They're gonna not read about a lot of things about Hunter Biden. Hence, they trying to fucking remove everything that you post about him, because when we look back in history, this is gonna be there. This is chestnut checkers, y'all fucking. Oh no, y'all fucking faggots. What the fuck? You think I'm gonna hold back? Hell no. Nigga, hell no. And if YouTube shuts me down, we'll take it somewhere else. Y'all gotta come with me though, nigga. I'm like Moses right now. Let my people go. All right, fuck it. Yo, we out of here. And y'all want to stay here, or y'all want to? No, we out of here. And that's how real fan base should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, follow your artist everywhere. Like, look at the whole thing about. This is off topic, basically. Let me take my sip. God, I haven't even taken a sip yet. But yo, what I'm hearing about Chris Brown that I didn't know, so this might be, face news, fake news. But I'm hearing from like his Chris Brown fans, like he was supposed to be like blackballed and all this shit, and like he kept on doing mixtapes, and he was saying that I gotta look up that interview. Look at me doing bad journalism for y'all, and I have a podcast, right? Is this responsible behavior? So anyways, like he got blackballed, but like what kept him surviving was like his fan base, you know what I'm saying, and him putting out mixtapes and shit. And it's like, yo, you see, that's the purpose. Shout out to Chris Brown on that. Like, I'm not a Chris Brown fan, but I gotta say that. You know, you got your fans. Like in merengue music, it's kind of like that. Like all these merengueros are probably making way more money now than they did when they were young. Maybe some of them, not all of them, because obviously they were hotter back then. But nigga Safiro right now, he gonna be everywhere. Bad voice, good voice, because people just want to see him. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be like that with these rappers too. Every genre. You think these fucking Asians and Japanese people who they were color their skin dark to go to the concerts of Wu-Tang because they wanted to be like Wu-Tang, like literally how they look black, which we will say, you know, blackface or whatever. I get it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, people, if you tell those people, yo, you're like Lil Roddy or whatever these new guys are, they'll be like, no, Wu-Tang Clan, that's it. And till that day, whenever they go back to Japan, they're gonna kick that same fucking song. Some of them in wheelchairs, they ain't gonna give a fuck. They're gonna have a fan base. So that's what they gotta focus on, the fan base. Like me, I disrespect me. This is like probably my only podcast that even disrespects the listener. Fuck all y'all, cause y'all be getting me pissed sometimes. And I don't. First of all, there's only 4 people so far that listen to my podcast, average. I'm talking shit, nigga. But at least this is for the future, or whoever are gonna listen to the future that was listening to in these episodes when they were coming out. You fuck all of y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. But you know, at the same time, I love y'all. Like, I gotta teach y'all. Like, I felt like I feel like, okay, we be like, oh, are there UFOs? Okay, maybe there's some green shit up there. I don't think so. Because I told you this before. I know that America would have made a fucking deal with these aliens, and they would have been like, yo, guess who's here? Aliens. They would have threw 17 movies in 1 year to prepare us. Because these niggas gonna wanna make money. But they're not making money from people out of space. But y'all telling me it's all this big shit and this huge shit? And y'all not even putting an effort. Like, yo, fuck working for Amazon. Anybody who works for NASA, and this is an unlimited capacity because we need to get this shit done. This is the biggest goal as a country. Whoever works for us at NASA, from doing the smallest shit, their average pay will be this, and that. Undeniable money that you be like, I will never go broke as long as NASA wants people hired. You feel me? To do that and create and go to the moon again, because they don't have the technology. They have all this bullshit they be bringing. You gotta listen. You gotta understand. These people are fucking lying, and that's what all this conspiracy theorist shit. Yeah, but the reason why it got me to a point that like, oof, that don't sound good, is because I realize these people are lying a lot, and it's plain as black and white in papers if you go do the research. But anyways, so I see it like this. We don't know what the fuck we on. And one of the main rocket scientists that was all about that, you know, sending shit out of space, in his tombstone, he has a verse of the Bible that specifically talks about a dome over the earth. You never know if these people are like, oh shit, we in a dome. Yo, don't tell nobody. Yeah. So tell them like we came out of nowhere and shit, because they want to keep away the idea that we might be in a dome, because the next thing is like, oh shit, so all this is created, and then what that leads to, oh shit, maybe God is watching us. Boom, nigga, everybody's mind will change. Or not even, you're still gonna have people that's gonna fuck up, but just imagine if people knew that more. Ain't the Bible the most positive shit? How come only you see so many attacks on it? And we talking about from hip hop and all that. And the same people that are even trying to tell you to go into the religion are people who studying in how you say, like a separate version, you know what I'm saying, or second interpretation of what the scriptures are, or that we know to be the scriptures. Like Christianity, when you see a Christian, you tell them about the real Bible, you will lock them up, because all they know is what their pastor, and although pastors almost hit people with the same shit, is there's only a few of them that really pay attention. A lot of people probably go to the church and just like don't even remember what the fuck they were speaking about. They just go there thinking about their sins and shit and just be happy because they just went to church. Like, I'm not gonna be that ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? So I'd rather be that person that just know the real Bible and hopefully maybe correct you once, but when I see more fucking errors in your I won't even correct you anymore, because now that is taken like, you know, as combative and like wanting to start a argument, and it most likely will lead to that. Unless you with humble people, you feel me, or your own people that are talking about the Bible and this shit, then that's different. Yeah, I had to correct my mom like 4 times because she was like, I know the Bible back and forth. That's when you know like she's just threw that out there out her ass. I was like, yo, but you was calling Moses the guy who was Noah's Ark. She was calling him Moses. And it's like, nigga, that giveaway. and see, now I sound like, oh, I know it all. No, I don't know it all, but part of me waking up is realizing that I don't know shit. So I was humble at what, like, if somebody would be like, nah, yo, I think it's this, I won't be like, nah, I don't think, without even knowing, especially before the internet. I came from that. Now you can, you could check it, and even if you do check it in the internet, like, unfortunately, you don't want to be that guy, but you really want to make sure that you get a good source. Yo, a lot of people can just post whatever on the internet. How about this? The main news are lying. So that's why I be saying, what is the truth? What is the truth? I don't know. But like, if this is a flat earth and is a dome or whatever, it's 50-50. It might be round, but that globe might have a dome on it. How about that one? People don't speak about that one. Cause listen, these flat earth people, they can make a few great points. And all you have to do is rely on scientists that we don't know who sponsor their work, telling us that, yeah, this is a curve. Okay? All I'm saying is that I still want people to throw a fucking iPhone at the moon, position it, aim it here, 24/7 live feed from the moon. They still haven't done that, so whatever. But so just in case, even if round or not, if you really believe in God, then how come you cannot think to yourself, at least this is base knowledge? Maybe we all, I mean, not maybe, obviously it probably says it in the Bible, because I haven't did the whole Bible yet, you know what I'm saying? I'm humble in that and saying that, but what if we're the aliens, knowing that you are as smart as me? Because if I was with 20 fucking dogs, it would never get to this level of conversation. Now we using it for bad shit. We kill each other. You feel me? Even fucking babies. We gotta have a fucking meter of like, okay, let's not get, you know what I'm saying? So what if we all angels? We are, and think about it. We are spirits enjoying a physical here, yeah. But how about even more than that? We're all angels. So when you was like pressured to get that gun and shoot, you got pressured by like a spirit of Satan, depending on the situation. Because if you shot at me, I gotta shoot back. So that's, you know, arguable who was at fault. But if you just getting that gun, you're just gonna shoot that person because you want to, intimidate or, impress people. You shooting another angel. And if God would have told you that shit, you know you shot your angel, you're gonna feel more fucking like distraught. Like, you're like, oh shit, like I never thought about them as angels. We just think about each other as humans, bacteria, and they like to push that shit. Now, like, before I would have been like, yeah, because the Big Bang. But that's where you gotta connect the Big Bang. And why you think that there's a super separation between the Bible and like what people just say science is. I don't know who's a scientist. These scientists, they get fucking paid. What if a scientist go like, oh shit, yo, all right, yo, check this out. And then another scientist goes, oh shit, yo, hold up. Who knows about this? And they be like, and the guy comes to close the door. Yeah, just us 3. Make that 1. You never know. Like, we watch enough movies to make sure we like, let's switch the table on them. We hear the stories. The person like Nikola Tesla, he fucking died broke. That's a shame. If y'all really want prosperity, y'all would have had that motherfucker not be a president. You don't want him to go crazy. But, like, did he have to die broke? Like, he had enough ideas to probably make America a way bigger superpower by now. But maybe they just knew that they took all his shit, they made it, and they made him out to be a broke, crazy person. Yo, I taught America about time traveling and it could happen. It happened to me. I did it before. He'd probably be like, oh, this nigga crazy right now. Like, he's talking about time travel. We don't see that shit on us. And America took his blueprints, made that shit. People died. They being honored, because they probably honor people on the surface level and honor people on below the level. Like, what if they be like, yo, yeah, it's been 1,000 people dying, more than 200,000. No, yeah, I'm not gonna go there. But let me just say, more than 20,000 American soldiers died being sent to the moon while we were trying to do the race. We wouldn't like that shit, right? We would be like, oh, wow, what the fuck? And this one, yeah, but that's why they can't tell us everything. That's why it's good for you to just at least have that in your mind, like, yo, nothing surprises me. Think about it. There's guys that fucking touch kids. Nothing surprises me. What, you ain't gonna lie about? You ain't gonna lie about fucking faking the moon landing or yada yada, or the real statistics? Yeah, because we can't handle the truth. This whole politics shit was the easiest play. And we did the Bill Buckner between the legs of, like, when he did a blooper on the fucking Mets versus Boston 1986 World Series. This was easy. They literally put a president that fall asleep. If they would have had imagine the Democrats had an elite squad, nigga, of a bunch of LeBron James, and they would have had a back-to-back Obama, back-to-back. We would have never fucking woke up. We would have never woke up. It's so bad that they'd be like, yo, can Michelle Obama run? Like, y'all looking thirsty out there, buddy. Good game, nigga. Good game. And I slap you, like, you got a pat in the ass, like, yo, good game, man. Yo, good game. So we just need to understand that, hey, I know, like, let's say some people may have parents that, maybe, like, I had great parents compared to fucking other people. God damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even in the mishaps, you can forgive them. Now, there's some parents that you can't forgive. Like, and we don't know what that is. When somebody says, I cannot forgive. Like, when somebody tells you that, like, you're just thinking about your parents, and then you're just saying, no, but you gotta forget. No, some people can't. And when they say things like that, you don't know if, maybe they, listen, we seen it all, right? We seen it in the news, so we must have seen it all, how even your own parents can just touch you. You just never know, right? So you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what that is. And thank God you don't know what that is. Thank God I don't know what that is, you know what I'm saying? But it happens. So what you gonna tell those people? But if it's not that, something crazy, forgive your parents for, you gotta remember you were their age. Like, I be looking at my parents like, yo, when I was their age, when I had kids, like, look how petty people act now. And we're gonna start blaming now parents? Now, hell to the no. Hell to the no. So we have the internet. I can speak to people. Those 5 people that hear, or 4 people that hear this podcast, to me, that's awesome. Because I don't want to get to a point that I can't even go into a fucking Target, nigga. And these people who are like, IG celebrities or whatever, they can't go to a Target. It's awkward now. But hopefully they got more money. But you know what I'm saying? But like, I know I'm gonna complain as a. Yeah, look, I'm saying like if I'm already am. But if I was a celebrity, man, I'd be fucking pissed. That's why celebrities be on some shit like they don't want to sign a autograph or whatever. And now they don't want to take a picture. You know how many people ask for fucking pictures that damn well you would have been pissed too. Cause there's some people, when it gets bad, when there's people that want to take pictures with you and they don't know who you are, but they just see other people taking pictures with you. come on now, you won't get mad? You won't get mad? But if you get mad, TMZ, yeah, what happened to you the other day? You totally lost your mind. Like, yo, that TMZ, yo, I was a president, TMZ will go down. A lot of people get away with that fucking, with that whole paparazzi shit. At the end of the day, they just basically legally spying on you. And they just use these pawns like, I gotta get my paycheck. It's like, nigga, god damn, go to Central Park and take some fucking pictures. Yo, that's why I understand Kanye. Everybody, Kanye's crazy. Kanye crazy. And these are the same people that their family members probably done some shit so bizarre that they would never tell us. You know, these are the same people that say that shit. They don't think those people are humans. You know, and that's why they get a rude awakening when they meet their favorite. I don't know if I meet Kanye, he'd probably be an asshole to me. He'd probably be an asshole to me. Unless I show him that my music, how dope my music is, my beats and shit. Come on now. But, you know, Genius Mind, things alike. But until then, he probably annoying. He's probably weird, maybe. Like, what we would call weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's weird to us, not weird to him. Or other people that are that say things and it comes to fruition. Like, you know, if all the shit that he said that came to fruition, if y'all would have said that shit, y'all would have been bragging way more than him. He had an uphill battle since he got signed. Not these fucking rappers that you signed them because they made a song that said, eat that big pussy, right? And then y'all love it. Y'all love it. They brainwashed y'all to love it. Because there's no way in damn in hell that we totally flip hip hop from poetry to just debauchery. I know I sound aged right there, right? But even Raekwon was fucking chefing it up. He was called the chef for a reason. He was so descriptive. Even though I still cut him slack for saying no question and Cream. He said that shit mad times. Everything started with no question. But you know, it was descriptive, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like now all you hear is fucking microwave music that is, you know that if you eat McDonald's every day, you're gonna be like, damn, I want that meal though, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and when you put money in it and you back it by money, of course people gonna just gravitate to that music because they're just gonna say, yo, I can rap way better than this, but I gotta tone it down. And that's when you get that term, tone it down. Ain't no toning down up in here. I know what you did last summer, hip hop. I know how dope y'all motherfuckers was back then. Shit. And listen, I repeat this over and over. I deadass was so gullible that I was hearing 90s hip hop as a kid, and I was like, oh shit, imagine hip hop in 2020 or some shit like that. Like, you just go forward, you just think, holy shit. And in a weird way, it's like what we did with technology. Like, what the fuck happened? I thought we were gonna get way better lyrics than this. And hell no, now now Nas and Jay-Z look like gods to these people now. I just wish like y'all could just see Lil Uzi performing in front of Rockefeller in the fucking mid-90s. They would have jumped his ass. They would have been like, yo, you wasting my fucking time. But now you have to be like, no, hold up, I'm an old head, because that's the excuse to, you know, push you along. At the end of the day, this is just art. You imagine DK, yo, you're not supposed to like all these Da Vinci paintings, nigga. You old, nigga. You Basquiat or whatever. Like, not, you know, whatever it was before, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, this is art. So you don't use that little age trick on me, because I'm telling you that the music now is fucking harsh to hear. It feels like homework. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was hearing fucking Drake go throughout the whole fucking track, I was like, Jesus. But Drake is way better than that. Don't get it twisted. But it's just like, and you can tell, like, if this is why, like, when people say Kanye can make an album with no songs and people still buy it, I wish he does that, because at least he'd be the first one to do it. Because at least you had 40 years. There was a meme about like how like humming on a track or something like that was like the new wave, and that mumble rap shit is way old and shit. So it was like the new generation kicking off the generation we in or whatever. And it was like, yeah, because it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. Especially the reflection of society is only getting worse. Like in the OJs, you would have been like, la la la, why there's crimes in the streets? You'd be like, oh shit. Then in hip hop, it was like, yo, I don't know why, but when I get it's like that whole Tupac shit that he was saying. Everything moved according to society. Now you're gonna have people on pill talking about, I just wanna get a pill. And people who are not on pills, this is the weird part. Ready? The people who are not on pills and living a sane life, and old people, they love this song too. I thought I would be like, oh, you know what? I tapped out. No, there's people who are old my age, and they bop that music like, oh shit. Yo, you know how many times I wanna laugh? You know what I'm saying? But I can't because I gotta, be an adult. Ah, man. Like fucking Erykah Badu goes, what a day. And then look at this cross connection. Today, allegedly, because you never know if this is just a promo, but allegedly, Soulja Boy was in Rolling Loud and Charleston White was there. And I'll touch on about who's Charleston White in a few. So Soulja Boy came out with his dudes, and they were like being mad obvious, like taking off their chanclas and shit and putting on sneakers and tying them up. And they all was trying to walk towards him, and he said like they were like an NSYNC band, because they were all in unison, like walking towards him, and he was like, this shit don't look good. This nigga had a mace on him. He maced the Soulja Boy, and Soulja Boy asked him. He goes, ah, damn, you maced me? Charleston White said, hell yeah. If that really happened, this is the most ghetto story, but it's so funny. And I don't blame Charleston White, of course. Like, listen, I don't care what Charleston White gonna say. Listen, he dissed Spanish people, all the motherfuckers. So if y'all check off just on one thing he say, good luck. There's way more shit that he said that you probably won't like. But you gotta admire that honesty. God damn, nigga, you giving it that raw? I'm over here trying to, I'm keeping it real. Nigga, he's letting it ring, nigga. Cause he would just say shit to get you alarmed, and that would just get you mad and just interact and just think about it, double time. You can't just be, he said that he would be mad polite, talking, trying to get attention, and because he was mad polite, nobody gave a fuck. Man, he started saying, God damn, he better die. All that shit about rappers. Then he became, basically who he is now. And if that shit is true with that Soulja Boy shit, that just lets you know, like, look how cool it is. Because, yeah, if you're going to roll with 12 people, and he said, Charleston White was like, listen, because he fucks with the law. You know what I'm saying? So he knows this shit. He knows his law. He was like, listen, you was coming towards me. There was no smile. He was basically leaving that there for like judges in the future, or the jury, in case shit gets crazy. Because he was like, yo, you didn't came here smiling. You didn't say, oh shit, Charleston White. He just came in walking straight to him with 11 other dudes talking about he want to talk to him. He let that mace go, and he said all you heard was, ooh, oh. That was funny. Oh my God. But you see the disrespect? If Charleston White was one of the biggest drug dealers ever that got caught and he beat the case, let's put some song on it. He beat the case mad times. He's untouchable. He's the Michael Jordan of, the trap motherfucker that went to try to get, caught by the police and always wins. Next level John Gotti, should I say. That motherfucking Soulja Boy would have not went up there to, like, yo, let's talk about. He would have went there and he would have fucking got starstruck and he would have wanted to take a picture with him. Why? Because of fucking violence, of course. See how backwards we are? You know what I'm saying? So that is sad, unfortunately, that it had to happen. And I'll be happier if that was just a lie and they come out with a video together, you feel me? Which maybe that's what was gonna happen, but you just never know, man. Like, hopefully, man, I don't know. But man, listen, we at an era right now that a lot of people just make shit for like to antagonize because they know that they're gonna get. A lot of people are brainwashed, man. I told you about this. They are brainwashed. Like, and if you fall too much on the conservative side, you can get brainwashed by them too. Ooh, they would love that. They'll throw you. Listen, they threw like this new Asian chick, Gina Florina, whatever, and she was just giving it up. I'm like, yo, you know, y'all black people are not the only one that can just talk about racism and slavery in America. Like, we can speak on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There was racism everywhere. This is an Asian chick, right? She probably mixed with something else. And it's just like, yo, look how quick they could just freely speak about it. And of course, the conservative, you brainwash in a way. You can be over that line and you be like, well, because you know you're just gonna fall on Republican shit. The same thing you were doing as a Democrat, but now you Republican. Now you do the same shit. It's not about the logical in between, the balance. No, they'll just be like, well, she's right. Racism was everywhere. Yeah, but listen, I'm gonna just put it like this. Y'all Asian motherfuckers would die to be like, hold up, my people are the ones that were slaves in America, the most sue me country ever. And this one, you know why they gotta put an Asian person, you know why they gotta put a black person or a Hispanic person, especially a white person, you know what I'm saying, to kind of like avoid it or speak on it and like be like a shock jock or whatever on it. It's because when I say shock jock, it's like, you know, those people that they just want clout. Guess. It's because they don't have the fucking money. They ain't gonna have the money. Oh, they do have the money, but they ain't gonna. When they see how much they gotta give, which they probably did it a long time ago. Because you don't think these people be like, you know what? Let's get black people on our side. Operation Money, or maybe that Operation Platinum shit that Trump was trying to give, and we declined it, and we called fucking Ice Cube a coon. I remember that. Yeah, look now. Anyways, so you know, if they knew that it was like, okay, we could target exactly who was from those families and pay them, they would have been done. But it's over. It's never gonna happen. Patrice O'Neal was right. It's never gonna happen. But what we got out of it, we can call white people crackers, and it's not the same. Not like they're gonna come after us. Well, shit, maybe now they do. Well, now they will probably, because now that we let the motherfuckers take over. But listen, the reason why we like, yo, Asian people would love to be in that group. You know why? Because they're gonna look what they're gonna do. They have proof, right? Racism, it's out there. You can get plenty of books, right? So we know that happened. We know that it created the country a lot of worth, right? So the proof is there. All you need is to unite. You think they're not gonna unite? Look how they are now. They all give the same amount of napkins. You think that's not unity? Shit. You gotta think. But on top of that, they tell us that. And on top of that, they release crack and shit in our neighborhoods. Ooh, give the white man a round of applause, man. Encore, because it's gonna work again. They did an encore with the COVID. That's like Coke Light, nigga. Diet Coke. Yeah, we fell for it too. You can bring crack again and make it an epidemic, and they'll throw Jay-Z at us like, I don't see drugs, and you'll be like, I knew I didn't saw drugs. That wasn't drugs what I saw. That was baby powder. You know, so like that's how big the influence is on us. And I have to joke about it because it's sadly true. I just have to exaggerate so y'all can get a little offended, but come on now. They use that Asian chick to just be like, you know, but no, it's gonna always backfire. So they might tell her, yo, bitch, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Because And no, even the conservative, they'll go jump on that, like pick yourself by the bootstrap. But when Trump said, we want reparations for what China did to us, speaking about COVID, nigga, you saw all those white people say, yeah, hell yeah. So basically, if Trump would have been like, I think it's time for our patriots to not be neglected, and I'm speaking about those specifically, those from African American descent that came through slavery, and people gonna be like, and then he gonna say, I think, well, now he gonna say I think. So he'll go one step further if Trump was about that life, which he won't. He will be like, our next step is to make sure, and right there he can lay it out, bang, 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 bang. And I think Trump is such an arrogant motherfucker that he will give black people reparations. But it's gonna probably come out in a different way. But I think the Republicans ruined that idea so much, which he's probably like, yes, Trump. So it probably will never come to fruition. Nigga, I'm telling you, even the Democrats grab when you mention reparations. That's what you know is a no-go. But Trump, and listen, if Trump can make the country mad money, listen, any smart man knows, and maybe I am that smart man. So, shit, I gotta copyright my own shit. But all they need to do is just put a pot. All the biggest companies, do y'all, do less awareness of black. Listen, they do LGBT and all that shit, and George Floyd, yeah, the Zimmerman shit or whatever, Floyd. So, come on now, guilt big companies into putting in the money into a pot. Whoever puts the most money in is gonna get the most recognition. Let's keep it real. This is America. All these fucking billionaires will be so fucking. It'll be a whose dick is bigger contest. That's how they think, because they just rich. So they will write it off and they will brag about it. So during golf, I was the one who gave the most, and that's gonna go down in history. And it's only gonna create the biggest pot ever for people of Black America to say. Is that they don't want to do that because they don't want to like throw the fucking raise the table of of the chess table, like they're gonna fucking throw it up and raise it up and fuck up the game, because they're gonna be like, damn, now there's gonna be way more rich people, way more stable people. But they also like to use you just being lazy. Nah, hell no. Tell that to the fucking Jews that got their reparations. Hell no. You see, we just do it with us. And yeah, you're gonna have lazy people, but you have them already now. There's the people that be lying and they get their fucking, or women that don't want to work and they get a child support, or people that lie and they say that they fucking leg don't work or some shit to get. It can come in many ways. But that there's some people gonna do they're gonna do what they're gonna do with it. You know what I'm saying? And put themselves in position. Come on now, don't think we all fucking that dumb. We all gonna buy a house. We all gonna know that it's the whole America is that they don't want that. They don't want that. Everything that we think about that we could have done, it could have been done. Which in a weird way goes all the way back to this alien shit. Like if they know that they can make so much money in commerce, trade to another planet, maybe they need water here and our water over here is like gold to them. You think they would have not made money? And then been so tired they gotta hide it. They be like, let's just tell these people that they're here. We already always put it in the movies and media. So, listen, if that haven't happened, that means that we're all living together in the dome. And if we are, what if we're all each other's angels? Not no imaginary shit how we probably see it. No. And that's why we need to treat each other good, which in turn is their job for the media to always give us bad news about who died. Think about it. We feel bad because we're learning about, listen, these are angels dying. That's how when we see a soul die, it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So have that in your mind, because it definitely feels like something it's just bigger than COVID. You know what I'm saying? So don't put nothing past these people. If 9/11 was really a fucking inside job, my nigga, that means that they wanted those people to die. Like they needed they needed that tragedy. So that mentality right there, that lets you know that money, yeah, but maybe power. And these people need to be stopped. You know what I'm saying? Whether if that's Trump, let it be. Because heads need to roll. You know, the fact that they just now saying, oh yeah, COVID came from a lab. What the fuck y'all doing releasing some dangerous ass shit out there that caused so much quote unquote death? And or I'm not gonna say quote unquote like it's a lie, but whatever that shit had, it definitely accelerated people who had conditions. It definitely accelerated that shit. And you can't sue for the fucking vaccines. I've never seen that before. We in America, homie. This ain't fucking Uganda or some shit that we just happy to see white man giving us syringes and we just think we're gonna be Superman bouncing up and down. Fuck out of here. Fool me once, fool me, nah, fuck out of here. Don't fool me twice. That's it. You gotta stop it right there. To me though, they fooled me once, fooled me twice, fooled me 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And just when y'all thought like, oh, the president is racist. Y'all don't like that, right? We don't like racist president. But I'm like, yo, hold up. Y'all all did racist shit. So then I was like, wait, what's the difference between this dude? Boom. That's when they fucked up there. They fucked up there. But anyways, Pirate Radio episode 61. Peace.